Well, hey guys, this is DK Spencer, and yeah, if you're new to my channel, make sure to check out my other videos. So I've got a lot of less lethal videos, close to 2,000 now, so I do have a lot of Byrna content, but I've also got a lot of other kind of less lethal content as well. Patrol carbines, VKSs, Tip-Xs, HDBs, HDRs, HDSs, HDXs. There's a lot of HDs in this, isn't there? Salt Supply S2s, FSCs, TCPs, X68s, yeah, and then a lot of air guns and flamethrowers and other kind of fun stuff too. So, oh, and TCRs, yeah. Well, I guess that falls under the Burna part, right? So anyway, what we've got on the table today is a Burna SD. This one's 11 joules. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, because somebody always asks, no, there's not really much you can do to get more power out of these, sorry. But this is a LE, so this one's about 24 joules. This is a HD, it's 10 or 11 too. I've had this is my first less lethal, so I've had this thing for years. Never had any issues with it, but not a lot of power. But both of these have the Merciless Lethal 12 gram adapter and Merciless Lethal comp to go over that installed. So that just changes. What it does to this one is it gets rid of that low hanging boost system where it puts your light, you know, half an inch lower and makes it weird. Just makes it more streamlined, more comfortable, makes your accessories fit the right way. For your SD or your HD, it actually gives you more rounds, you know, because they're normally a 8 gram and you're switching it to a 12. Obviously, 12 is more than 8. So as you see on the end of this HD, it's got a Merciless Lethal, I believe he calls it the fast cap. So it's just a cap designed to where you can just use your fingers to change your CO2. And for anybody that has one of these, they know you've got a little Allen key on the back of your magazine. So why would you need that? Well, you might use like a Wixon extended magazine or a Merciless Lethal extended magazine. And once you get one of those, they do not have that little piece. So if that's the only thing you're carrying for whatever reason and you need to change the CO2, you might have a little bit of trouble unscrewing that. Unless you've got an Allen key that fits it in your pocket or whatever. Or, you know, you're just carrying an extra mag that has one on it. But anyway, I digress. So again, that's just made to make it easier. So on my Amazon feed, and I don't know how new this product is or whatever, but it does say made in the USA, so that's cool. But it showed this on my Amazon feed, so I was like, well, hey, I'll buy it for the channel just to make a video and see if it's any good. So K20 Tools, and this is just a piece that basically does the same thing as the Merciless Lethal piece. So we'll see what it looks like. I thought it looked kind of cool because it had the writing on it, and I thought it looked kind of industrial, and I liked it. So, and it's knurled. So basically, we're just replacing that. All right, so there it is. Does not screw in quite flush. Just out of curiosity, I can get a better look with the SD since we don't have a comp on there. Get that out of the way. We'll put the CO2 back in. So it really does stick out a good bit. I mean, you can actually see the threading. Let's just make sure. Yeah, so that's as tight as it's going to go. So quite a gap there, actually. I mean, it's easy to unscrew. It's easy to get a hold of. It's honestly as easy as this, and I think it would potentially look as good, if not maybe a little better, depending on your taste. Because I do like that it's kind of matte looking. This one's a little shiny, but the fact that it's still, well, let's see how this one does. See how this one looks on it. See, and that fits like where it's supposed to. Like, you're not seeing the threading and stuff sticking out. So Yeah, they could have done better with that, honestly. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. The GoPro died on me. I thought I could make it to the end of the video, but no. So anyway, so I'm gonna say that I like everything about this except for the fact that they need to shorten it. It's just too long. When you're actually seeing the threading of it still sticking out, that's just not as cool. So, and you're seeing quite a bit of it there. So, so anyway, somebody's going to ask, that's a Balder Pro S, so that's a light and laser combo from Olight. This is a Nightcore NPL25GL. I've done an independent review on that one pretty recently, and that's a Valkyrie PL3 from Olight as well. So anyway, there's all that. So speaking of extended mags and 7-round mags, not that we were speaking about 7 rounds, but speaking of Burna mags, I've traditionally told people don't use pepper ammo in your 7-round mags, because the 7-round mags are a double stack design, and especially like Pepper Ball brand, they're really dinky. But even the Burna brand, you run the risk of the thing breaking in the magazine because the shells on them are just not that great. And then even with some ammo, if the ammo is not really slick, like if it's a chalky kind of ammo, a lot of times they will snag on each other in this mag where they're sitting, you know, double stacked basically, which is weird because it's double stacked front to back, unlike a firearm side to side, but whatever. But anyway, so the friction of stuff, if it's not really slick, it'll get in there and they'll jam up and stick and whatever. Not good for pepper and not good for some kinetics. But Grimberg, I got some more of these Grimberg kinetic rounds. So I love these rounds. They're 10% CS, 2% OC. They're 6 grams, so they're double the weight of most of the pepper ammo. So you're actually getting not only the pepper effect from it, but you're also getting a kinetic impact effect. So most of your pepper rounds, like your Burnas and your Pepper Ball brands and stuff like that, are so lightweight that the only damage you're getting is the chemicals itself. Well, the cool thing about these, they actually have a kinetic impact where they're heavy enough to actually carry mass, because you have to have mass to hurt. You have to have a certain amount of mass to actually do any damage. So these actually have double the mass, so they're going to be, you know, well, theoretically double the pain. Not necessarily double, but you get my point. So anyway, these are really, really well made. They're very, very slick, and they're a very solid body on them. So these, I've shot these in 60 joule launchers. You don't want to be shooting Byrna rounds or Pepper Ball brand in a 60 joule launcher, but these will handle 60 joules like it's nothing. So that being said, and it's how slick they are and as tough as they are, I think that what we're going to do is go ahead and load up one of these and throw 7 in a 7-round mag, and that is what I'm going to carry in it for a little bit. I do plan on shooting Ballistic Joel with one of these. I was going to do it this past Monday, but he was actually out sick, so I didn't get to see him. So as soon as I can, I do plan on shooting Ballistic Joel. So I'm going to go ahead and load this baby up. There's a lot of play there. I think we can be safe to go ahead and, come on, guy. There we go. I think we can go ahead and give us a, you know, little +1 action going as well. So 8 rounds of Grimburg KinetiCS, and hopefully pretty soon we'll see how they do actually hitting somebody. I've done some other videos with them. I shot a steel barrel with one with a 60 joule patrol carbine. They make a heck of a dent. So really my only concern would be if this has enough power to actually bust them on the target. I have heard people say that they do. I do want to prove that on the channel myself, but I don't think it's going to be a problem in the magazines at all. So yeah, there we go. Good times.